There was a bird named Ektinpakhi. His house was built with pea-pods. In front of his house was his pea-pod garden. He worked very hard. In the scorching sun, Ektinpakhi works hard in his pea-pod field, watering the plants while wearing a hat. The rain is falling, but Ektinpakhi continues to work in his pea-pod field with an umbrella over his head. Ektinpakhi happily collects his pea-pods. Late at night, while Ektinpakhi is sleeping, a thief silently approaches his pea-pod field. Waking up in the morning, Ektinpakhi sees that his pea-pod field is completely empty. His face fills with sorrow. Ektinpakhi starts crying because his pea-pods have been stolen. The sun had just peeked out, filling the pea field with golden light. But today, there was no joy in Ektinpakhi's, the bird's, heart. All the pea-pods he had grown with such hard work were stolen. Looking at the pea plants that drooped like dry leaves, he burst into tears. Hearing his cries, his neighbors rushed over, the restless Tunchuni, Sunbird, the wise Pecha, Ole, and the sweet Gifu, Dove. They all comforted Ektinpakhi, but his mind would not settle. Just then, the sound of heavy footsteps was heard from afar. Stumping along came the massive behemoth, Tiger Uncle. Beside him, walking slowly and calmly, was Ektinpakhi, calm Panda Uncle, and trailing behind them was the tiny dinosaur, Dino. Dino was small, but his heart was very brave. Tiger Uncle roared, "Don't cry, Ektinpakhi. How can your things be stolen while we are here? We will surely find the thief." Panda Uncle nodded in agreement, "Yes, we will all catch the thief together." Ektinpakhi felt a little reassured seeing them. Tiger Uncle keenly observed the entire field. Footprints in the soil, some torn bits of leaves, and a strange smell. Seeing all this, he shook his head. The thief is no ordinary creature, Ektinpakhi. The smell seems familiar. Panda Uncle looked around with his big eyes. Suddenly, he spotted some pea-pod shells hidden behind a bush. "Look, here are some clues," he said excitedly. Dino, running on his tiny feet, sniffed and declared, "This is the thief's smell. I'm sure of it." Since Dino was a dinosaur, his sense of smell was extremely sharp. They all followed the signs and ventured deep into the forest. The path was winding and full of thorns. Tiger Uncle cleared the bushes to make a path, Panda Uncle followed him slowly, and Dino repeatedly sniffed the trail, leading them on the correct way. At one point, they reached a small hill. Inside the hill was a dark cave. "The thief must be hiding in this cave," Tiger Uncle said. "But the cave is very dark. Who will go?" Dino bravely stepped forward. "I will go. I'm small, so I can enter easily. And I have no trouble seeing in the dark." Tiger Uncle and Panda Uncle agreed. Dino entered the cave. Within moments, a fierce commotion was heard from inside. Tiger Uncle and Panda Uncle quickly rushed into the cave. What they saw inside surprised everyone. Sitting inside the cave was the thief, a mischievous jackal. He had piled up all of Ektinpakhi's pea-pods in a large heap. And Dino had caught him. The jackal was struggling with Dino, but even though Dino was small, his strength was immense. Tiger Uncle and Panda Uncle immediately held onto the jackal. "Why did you steal Ektinpakhi's pea-pods?" Tiger Uncle roared, questioning the jackal. Trembling with fear, the jackal said, "I was very hungry. And Ektinpakhi's pea-pods looked so delicious that I couldn't resist the temptation." Panda Uncle said, "If you wanted to eat, you could have asked. Stealing like this is wrong." The jackal was ashamed of his mistake. He apologized and promised never to steal again. They forgave the jackal for his misdeed, but warned him for the future. Ektinpakhi was very happy to get all his pea-pods back. He thanked Tiger Uncle, Panda Uncle, and Dino profusely. Their friendship grew stronger because they had all worked together to catch the thief.